This is the Lenovo Legion 7i, a surprisingly well-priced device with the features and functionality that it packs. Now, if you're curious about the Legion Pro 5i versus the 7i, I've made a whole dedicated video comparing those two head-to-head, especially with the holiday shopping season coming up, and you most likely trying to get the best deal and pick the right one. But in this video, we're gonna focus on the features, the functionality, and the performance of the Legion 7i to see if it's the right device for you. Now, first and foremost, the device is a beautiful smudge-free white. It is a plastic chassis, however, it does have this aluminum band wrapping around the chassis. So you do have plastic bottom cover, top cover, keyboard deck, but you do have this aluminum band, which definitely sets it apart from the Pro 5. What I love most is that it's nearly 100% smudge free. I mean, unless maybe you dumped like mud on top of it, you're not gonna see fingerprints show up on it. And that's a big complaint for, I know, a lot of users when it comes to darker chassis. Now, looking at the form factor of this device, to me, this is akin to their Lenovo Legion Slim 7i from years ago. That chassis and design style went away, but I'm seeing it very much reflected in this device. And that was one of my favorite laptops. I think it was 2023 or 2022, probably 2022. That was one of my favorite laptops that I reviewed in that year. Now, what you can see is we have port connectivity on the backside. We have power adapter, HDMI, USB Type-A, Thunderbolt 4, USB-C, headphone jack, USB-A, cutoff switch for the webcam, and an SD card reader. So again, very reflective of that Slim 7i from years ago. Now looking at the bottom cover, we have ventilation here for the two fans and bottom-facing speakers. Now these are the only speakers on the device. Here's an audio sample so you can hear for yourself what it sounds like. One thing I really like about this design in 2025 is the screen sits inside the keyboard deck. So if you have any accidental bumps, drops, or spills, the screen is protected. Also, that helps protect the hinge. The hinge pops out of the keyboard deck. So you can see as I open and close the device, that hinge is right there all the way through, secured to the chassis. And I love this because it creates a very rigid, very sturdy build. And so as far as longevity is concerned, I see these laptops being able to last a long time because you don't risk those bumps and spills on the screen connecting to the keyboard deck via the hinge. It seems like a very sturdy setup. Now looking at the bounce, there's a little bit of bounce on this device, but it stabilizes pretty quickly. And then the screen flex, good minimal screen flex there. Now, as we turn the laptop and take a look at it, you can see there's a webcam on the top bezel. Here's a sample of the webcam so you can see what it looks and sounds like for yourself. This is the webcam on the Lenovo Legion 7i and a little sample of the audio for you as well. We do have a plastic bezel wrapping this screen. We have rubberized material on the sides and along the top, but we don't have any rubberized along the bottom, so it's just a plastic bezel with a rubberized gasket so it closes nice and quiet. This 240 hertz panel really makes this laptop stand out, especially at the mid $1,600 price point. When I'm reviewing this laptop, the laptop's actually on sale for around $1,600. Normally, I think it's $1,899. So that 240 hertz display, it makes sense at that price point. Check the live pricing. If you're curious about the exact pricing and availability, if you do make a purchase, I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. But of course, that's what keeps this channel live and the helpful content coming your way. Now we have an OLED display that's 2560 by 1600. It reaches 484 nits of screen brightness at 100% sRGB, 96% Adobe RGB, and 99% DCI-P3 at a delta E of 0.62 with an 84 watt-hour battery powering the whole system. So really strong color accurate display. It is a glossy display, so you're gonna get that reflectiveness, maybe see yourself or see the keyboard. That is kind of annoying. I liked on a lot of the Legion laptops from years past, they did matte displays, but bringing these OLED displays is gonna give us better color accuracy, better color gamut range, sharper, more vivid displays. So you gotta kind of take the good with the bad in this regard. Now let's talk about that 84 watt-hour battery. This is powered by the Intel Core Ultra 7 255HX, and the battery life is not stellar. It's not horrible, but it's not stellar. We have 6 hours and 22 minutes of productivity, 6 hours and 27 minutes of stream video playback, 2 hours and 6 minutes of Photoshop battery life, and 1 hour and 17 minutes of Premiere Pro playback. So it's a good battery life, but not a great battery life. Taking a look at the interior here, we have our classic Legion keyboard, nice medium key travel, full-size numpad, full-size arrow keys, shift key, and a glass trackpad. This is definitely an upgraded trackpad just compared to the Pro 5. If you're looking at some of those differences between the two. As a stronger traditional trackpad click, I like it. It's not as quiet and subdued, but I like how firm it feels and glides under my finger very nicely. All right, we're gonna get to the performance section here in just a minute, but let's talk about the specs, and then we'll talk about the thermals, and then we'll get into the performance section. So to just put a bow on everything so you know exactly what we're working with here, we have the Intel Core Ultra 7 255HX, the RTX 5060 with 115 watts of maximum graphics power, 32 gigs of RAM, and that RAM is upgradable. So for the upgrade path, we have 2 M.2 slots and 2 RAM sticks that are upgradable in this device. And it comes with 1 terabyte SSD. Now, for those of you that are new to the 115 watts of maximum graphics power, that is basically the maximum allowable wattage that the charger and system is able to push to the GPU. Some have 140 watts of maximum graphics power, some have 175 watts. It really depends on the manufacturer preferences and how they want to manage the thermals. Usually thicker form factor devices are going to have higher maximum graphics power allowances because they have more room for better thermal chambers and better cooling systems. This is 115, which is good, but it's not as high as some other devices. Now we're taking a look at the thermal benchmarks. We have performance mode on a 4K export, 9-minute 4K clip placed in Premiere Pro, export out at full quality 4K settings. You'll see how these performance modes reflect the export time just when we get into the performance section, but right now we're here looking at the thermals, 53 to 56 decibels of fan noise at 74 to 82 degrees Celsius on the CPU. On balanced mode, 53 to 54 decibels of fan noise, 71 to 74 degrees Celsius on the CPU. On quiet mode, 41 to 46 decibels at 62 to 66 degrees Celsius. And then when you unplug from the charger on quiet mode, still 41 to 42 decibels, so still have that fan noise, but it drops it a little bit lower to 58 to 63 decibels of fan noise. Now, let's go ahead and check out the export times. It's fresh on our mind. Let's see what we have here for export times for this device. Looking at the Lenovo Legion 7i, 1 minute and 54 second for the 4K export on performance mode. Now looking at the various export times, you can see as we move to balance mode, same export time, but that's, pretty understandable since we saw nearly the same decibels for the fans and thermals. They were very close. But as we bump down to quiet mode, where we saw a shift in both the decibels and the thermals, we see a 2 minute and 9 second export time. And then finally, if you're running it off the charger on battery only, on quiet mode, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So you can see the various export times there. Now, as this thing compares to other devices, you can see that it's actually a very solid export time in the top contenders of even RTX 5080s, RTX 5090s. It's only a few seconds behind. So this RTX 5060 is highly optimized in this device to compete on the level of 5080s and even 5090s in such a thin form factor laptop. That's why I think this is one of the best design laptops for the past 3 to 5 years. Like I said, in 2022, I really liked this device, and they've finally brought it back. Now looking at the 6K export, 12 minutes and 6 seconds, beating out the HP Omen Max with the RTX 5090. Now it's only by 10 seconds, but still a 5060 is beating out a 5090. Absolutely stellar, and only a few paces behind the Strix Scar and the Gigabyte Oros Master with the RTX 5080. This is a seriously impressive RTX 5060 series laptop. Now, before we get too far ahead of myself, let's go show the simulated benchmarks, which basically mean nothing because what you're gonna see is this laptop is like, yeah, it's so-so according to the simulated benchmarks, which is why you can't rely on simulated benchmarks to tell you the whole story. Single core. Yeah, kind of mid-top, low end of the top. Looking at multi-core, again, low end of the top range. Looking at single core, low end of the top range. Looking at multi-core, again, low end of the top range. But then you go and you get this thing in real-world benchmarks, and it is a wildly impressive device. Now, let's shift back to real-world benchmarks inside of Autodesk 3ds Max. Autodesk 3ds Max, we see a pretty close game between this device and some RTX 5080s. But when you get to Autodesk Maya, there's a big jump from the 5060 to the 5080. You can see a nearly 200-point jump. So this is where there's a big difference in the usage of the GPU in these 3D modeling apps. The PTC Creo benchmark, 270 versus 420. So definitely some substantial difference. And then SolidWorks, not a huge gap, but about 40 points difference. And for SolidWorks, you can see that that really does add up when the highest recorded here on the chart is 165 compared to the 116 for the Legion 7i. Now looking at playback for the Legion 7i, we have 1,339 drop frames in 8K B-RAW. This would have been the 6K B-RAW results out of the Slim 7i a couple of years ago. So we would have seen thousands of drop frames out of the 6K playback. But now this is 8K playback. And so we have 0 drop frames in 6K, 0 drop frames in 4K, and only 1,339 drop frames in 8K B-RAW, and 204 drop frames in 8K RED footage. So this is definitely a powerful and equipped device for your needs for video editing. DaVinci Resolve 4K export time, this laptop is not holding back whatsoever at all. 1 minute and 50 seconds for the 4K export out of DaVinci Resolve. Punch for punch, like I'm saying, this is one of the best creator laptops. The super color accurate display, SD card reader, and the performance that really kicks into gear. Curious about the exact pricing and availability? Head down in the description below, click those links if you make a purchase. I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. But of course, that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. Click or tap the screen here if you want more videos to help you with your buying decision, and I'll see you here in the next video.